of a glare, isn't it? Let me fix that. Oh, still quite the glare. What is that tonight? Not better? Not really, huh? Heck of a glare. Let's just move the camera out of the way. So, I hope everybody's safe. Let's listen to a song from Death Lord Productions because they're banned from everywhere right now. They'll be back soon while we wait for some people to get on tonight.
I walk where the roots break stone, where the wind speaks, but I'm alone, fading swiftly to hollow ground. Every step just wears me down. The trees don't move, the air stands still, like even time bends to its will. No echoes call, no voices stray, just the weight of things that fade away. And it's colder here, where the sky caves in, like a shadow carved beneath my skin. No footprints left, no path to find. I walk where the sun fears to shine. The sun fears to shine. I am nothing, I am stone. Another ghost left behind, another name left alone. No morning comes, no golden line, only echoes left in time.
We're going in just 1 second here, guys. Let a couple people get on.
Every breath is a hollow sound. Falling leaves never touch the ground. I could run, but I'd never leave. Some things won't let you be. I can't remember what I left behind. Only echoes of a faded time. No light, no fire, no peace of mind. Only places where the sun won't shine. And it's colder here, where the sky caves in, like a shadow carved beneath my skin. No footprints left, no path to find. I walk where the sun fears to shine. Where the sun fears to shine. I am nothing, I am stone. Another ghost.
We'll be going in just a second, guy. Enjoy the song. So it's time to go.
No golden line, only echoes left in time. You can scream, but nothing calls back. Every road is painted black. Even the stars don't know your name. It's just the silence, just the way.
These guys are super banned from everywhere right now. That's why we're playing this song. Death Lord Productions.
No footprints left.
AI songs, but they have some good shit.
I walk where the sun
Nobody else
fears
is
to
recording any good music
shine.
that much right now, except for a few artists. Let's get into this news. Let's get into this news, guys. Obviously, the song's called "Where the Sun Fears to Shine." Death Lord Productions. They're so banned, you're going to have to look them up.
I walk that line. No footprints left, just echoes in time.
Okay, let's get into all the craziness. My God, another shootout in Florida, another big mass bullshit, crazy people. What the fuck's going on? I warned y'all. All these people moving here. Everybody's like, oh, you're blaming it on it's Florida. No, we never had these problems before all you people started coming down here 5 years ago. We never had any of these problems. Our murder rate and our crime rate has gone up 1,487% since you fuckers started moving from other states. Now, the big news all over is Florida's out of water, guys. We're out of water. The fuck is that glare even coming from? I just moved the light altogether. Let's move this motherfucker over here. What's going on? There's still a fucking glare, dude. What the fuck? How's that? That's much better, right? No? Big fucking shadow in my eyeball now. Boom, the best lighting we've ever had. Look at that fucking shit. Okay, time to get a fucking headache from some light right in my eyeball for the next hour. So let's get into these news stories that are just nuts as a motherfucker here in Florida right now. Every day I turn on the news and I'm just dumbfounded anymore about the shit that's going on out here. So we got another criminal alien that's crashed into shit, killing people because they're not supposed to be driving. Illegal immigrant crashes car into ICE vehicle in dangerous attempt to resist arrest in St. Paul, Minnesota. Go figure, Minnesota, right? Who would figure that would happen? A criminal illegal immigrant caused a significant vehicular crash on Wednesday while attempting to evade ICE arrest in St. Paul, Minnesota. According to the Department of Homeland Security, Alexander Romeo Avila, a Honduras, reportedly ran a red light into traffic, maybe, before pummeling his vehicle into several cars, including one driven by ICE agents. The incident occurred around 9:40 a.m. at the intersection of the Western and Shelby Avenue, Fox 9 reported. So, another criminal alien doing crazy shit. So, I've been talking to you about the Chinese Communist Party and the communist takeover of America for a minute now. So now the State Department reveals ties between leftist groups like Code Pink and the CCP influence operations. Huh, who could have called that out? Many of us, right? Many of us. Code Pink, which that's a good picture. The State Department told Congress on Tuesday that left-leaning nonprofit Code Pink and the People's Forum are tied to Chinese. Well, I mean, it's called the People's Forum. Like they have a forum just like that in China, don't they? Part of the People's Liberation of China, the People's Communist Party. People's Forum and ties to the Chinese influence campaigns. The report issued to Congress, part of the department's countering foreign information manipulation, which I've got to say, the amount of congressional hearings we are having this week is unprecedented and fucking unheard of. Record high stock market shit, record high Dow, record high everything right now, record high jobs market. Your 401ks are better than they've ever been. You're welcome. We'll throw some good in with this bad. And influence initiative details how the Chinese communists spread their propaganda through nonprofit networks, organizations like Code Pink and the People's Forum. Denigrate the United States, whitewash the violence of Marxist regimes, and run cover for China while enjoying an influx of cash from a donor network. Well, they should be arrested. If they're taking money from the Chinese Communist Party, that's a direct violation of the 1954 Communist Act, and it's a direct violation of the Hatch Act, too. So they can be arrested under both. That's legal. You're not allowed to accept things from the Communist Party. We have a Communist Control Act for a reason, guys. Let's start using it. You know? This one really got to me because everybody's talking about the 10 people that were murdered and the 25 that were critically injured in Canada by the trans shooter. Well, 12-year-old girl shot in the head and neck by trans tumbler. Ridge school shooter survives surgery. Fundraiser hits over $63,000. So this poor girl, right here, and this is becoming a very big epidemic. It's a pandemic now because it's around the world with these fucking trans shooters. And this is what the fourth one this week. A young girl critically injured in Tuesday's Tumbler Ridge school shooting in British Columbia has been identified. Okay, so she's a part of it. Identified as 12-year-old Maya. And GoFundMe said $63,000. That's awesome. She's going to live. That's even more awesome. But she's going to be scarred for fucking life in her brain. You know what I mean? Now every time she sees a trans person, you know, y'all are radicalizing a whole generation of young kids. You understand that, right? So Gen Z and Gen Alpha are fucked. But the kids right now that are coming up are based as a dude. Have you seen all the videos of the 11-year-olds bullying these fucking leftists while they're out doing shit? Little kids are beating the fuck out of you, bro. That's how weak, feckless pussies you people on the left are. We got based ass little kids out here in the streets fucking you up. It's hilarious, bro. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, I think you guys might be just a little bit fucked because you have a whole new generation that isn't on board with what you're going through right now, with what you're doing in this country. So, guilty. First anti-ICE agitator to bring case to trial, convicted for criminal offenses committed at Portland ICE facility, 8 years in prison. The black kid that stabbed the Spanish kid at the school, was that 2 years in 2023, that we covered massively? Life in prison today. He was given life in prison. So we're getting some kind of justice on these smaller cases. That's the 13th person this week. You got, 38 Antifa members that were convicted this week, charged and convicted this week, each of which got 20 years or more in prison for seditious charges or fucking terrorist charges. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. Trump promised yesterday that we were going to have massive federal operations coming soon. Minnesota was just a test to see what these people's strategies are. Now, you notice Florida just exploded this week. Literally, like they just found a bunch of explosives today. We're about to get into that right now. Let's flip over to YouTube here. It's fucking, they just found a bunch of stolen military grenades and shit in a house here in Florida. They had a operation going on for a minute now. And, they just went over and decided to kick it in the butt. But before that, we got some more violence here. We're going to get into some of these videos for you tonight. Okay, so.
Three suspects are in custody for home invasion murder in White Settlement near Fort Worth. A fourth suspect, a juvenile, is believed to be on the run in Mexico. Fox 4's Deion Anglin is following developments in this case.
This is all we see in here anymore. This is all that's going on in our country, it seems like, most places.
January 30th was captured by a Ring doorbell camera.
These individuals, the suspects that day, they made their decisions. And they were bad decisions. And now they must be held accountable.
Now, White Settlement police report major developments and arrests in the home invasion murder in the 600 block of Meadow.
We've got that,
well,
and we've got this
found today inside of a home in the Villages.
It caused deputies to go door to door in the village of Rio Ranchero South, telling people to get out of their homes. Channel 9's Nick Pampantonis is live on Yucatan Way, and Nick, deputies said these explosives came from the military.
And Greg, the quote that I got from someone is that a commander somewhere is going to be in the hot seat.
He's going to get fucking straight
every single
busted down, bro.
Fired during a training, and it's easier to explain when you miscount that than the grenades found in this house. We watched the family who lives in this Yucatan Way home go back into the house after Sumter County deputies said they found explosives and had to evacuate.
So I'm confused. Stolen explosives from the military found in the attic of this house. So did these people steal the explosives, or did somebody else steal the explosives and put them in this attic? Because nobody was arrested for stolen military explosives, which is a federal offense. It's a federal felony. So, I mean, it'd be nice if we got some kind of information on that.
Part of the neighborhood Tuesday.
And it would also be nice if they could tell us if the inventory, because they know how many were missing. They know exactly what explosives were missing. They just didn't announce it because it's the military. But, can you let us know if you found the entire inventory of what was missing? Or may somebody be walking in this fucking neighborhood and hit a fucking piece of fishing line and all of a sudden their leg is fucking blown off 8 seconds later, 4 seconds later, 12 seconds later? You know? I mean, that'd be nice to know. Public safety would be nice to know.
Went to ask them how the explosives got there, they didn't answer the door
Well, of
and
course
shut their
not.
blinds. Sources at the sheriff's office.
I'll
said
be
they
all
found
up at
10
that door,
grenades
bro.
inside the
Man, them
home's
motherfuckers
The
came and
agency
got
said
my
someone confirmed the
grenades.
explosives were stolen
Fuck.
from the U.S. military, and the investigation had been turned over to the FBI.
That's weird,
The
right?
former U.S. Navy
That's a
explosives
weird
handler
fucking
who is now a
situation.
military defense lawyer. He told me theft of military equipment isn't rare, but it's usually items like night vision goggles. Explosives, he said, are extremely uncommon. Because of the layers of checking and inventory, he equated getting an explosive off base
So
as something
we
out of
covered
an
that.
action movie.
We just got to put this in as an added perk.
With this conviction, Doug, and what is next for this community and that family?
Hey, Tom, good afternoon, everybody. Listen, talk about Hendrick from his mugshot from a couple of years ago when Fox 5 originally covered this case back in 2023. Prosecutors would depict him in court as a stone-cold killer, unremorseful, even at trial, they told me today, and he will spend the rest of his life in prison for murder without the possibility of parole. And also,
This was the one that everybody thought he was going to get away with, because remember they had that big rally. They were all the people on his side were taken up. Oh, it's okay, you murdered him. Oh, blah 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 blah. It was self-defense. Now it was stone cold fucking murder. So this, if you live in Florida, even if you don't live in Florida, please clip this part and share it, because it's to keep children safe. Okay. And this is a pandemic coming around America right now. These child predators that are on these fucking apps. Now, Fortnite and Snapchat, we're fixing to pass a law in Florida. We're fixing to make it illegal for teenagers to use the internet here. Okay, and let me explain why before you're like, oh God, I can't believe that. First of all, you're a child. You don't have constitutional rights. The moment your parents started letting you tell them what your opinion was instead of beating the fuck out of you every time you did something stupid, that's the problem we have in America right now. Spare the rod and you spoil the fucking child. Okay. Second of all, they just arrested a 14-year-old in Tampa 5 days ago now. Okay. That's one of the most horrific cases I've ever seen in my life, and I've combed through all of the Epstein files I can get to that were disgusting. Okay, these kids, and I'm going to keep repeating it on every live, and I'm hoping everybody's sharing this to people, because there's still thousands and thousands of these kids they found in this Discord and on these chat lines that they have not arrested, that are out here preparing to go to Catholic churches and Catholic schools and kill children and kill fucking Christians in the state of Florida. So if you don't know, in Tampa, Florida, 5 days ago, they arrested a 14-year-old that they were investigating for illegal stuff. They found a bunch of child porn and a bunch of child torture videos on this fucking kid's, well, I'm calling him a grown-ass man because he better get tried as a grown-ass man, the evil shit he's doing. They are hard-R-ing infant babies while stabbing them in the brains, and they think they can gain spiritual enlightenment through the devil for it. And there is a Discord and a chat of thousands of kids like this in the state of Florida that have been indoctrinated by this devil cult to want to slaughter children and babies in horrific fucking ways. Like, what I'm saying right there is some of the least of the horrific ways they're doing things to infant babies. Okay? And then you've got this that's just happened in Florida too. This is 29 instances of horribly horrific things that I've shown you from Florida just in the past fucking week. Wake up, Florida. This is the kind of people that have come to our fucking state. Like I said, we didn't have these problems 5 years ago.
Good morning. Parents have to wake up. This is yet another day where we're here to announce a predator that got to a minor, a young girl, and took advantage of her online using social media applications.
Listen, guys, my brain and my heart is broken from the things that are happening in my state right now. We don't live in the fucking city, okay? We live in Florida, man. Not only are we now, we're not even going to be able to survive in Florida in the next year and a half. We're going to be completely out of fucking water. They've just announced it all over the news in the state of Florida. I've posted the signs. We can't even drink our water in Southwest Florida right now. We got kids getting hard raped on a daily basis. You're seeing this stuff on the news. Child sex trafficking, cults in the state. They arrest one person, and then they announce that there's thousands of them. Thanks for announcing that you know that they have a Discord. Thanks for announcing that you know that they have these chat rooms, and you know that there's fucking thousands of them, so they will close these fucking chat rooms and make it harder for you to find them. Thanks for giving us that information about that to the fucking public before you actually caught a bunch of these sick motherfuckers. Awesome. We can't botch the justice system any more than we have in the past year. We are now finding out that our law enforcement and our fucking apparatuses in this country are incompetent. Have you noticed that every single one of these cases, even with the FBI, with the sheriffs, with the cops, they're all getting solved by citizens? Have you noticed that? We're not seeing any of this shit getting solved by a homeless dude living in the basement or some dude that was walking by or some shit like that. All of these crazy cases, they're giving out rewards for people to solve them for them. We're supposed to be the most technological fucking time in history right now, and we're leaving it up to citizens instead of the apparatuses that are supposed to be here specialized to do these jobs. It's crazy. And we got it's even worse. For those of y'all that left, you're going to miss. Florida's now a surveillance state. I've been exposing this for going on 9 months now that they've been putting these cameras up here. Well, they activated them today.
To do bad things, and you are the first line.
In every neighborhood, by the way, in Southwest Florida, in your neighborhoods, in your residential fucking neighborhoods. If you do not know what your kids are doing on their cell phones, you better figure it out today. You could stop serious abuse. You could stop molestation. You could stop the solicitation of sexual imagery of little boys and little girls. You could save lives. Please clip this part and share it.
Announce the arrest of
Save some children.
29-year-old Justin Adkins of West Warwick, Rhode Island. Again, this is happening from other states, parents. People from other states are getting to your kids online.
Which makes it a federal felony, by the way.
It can happen anywhere.
If you do a crime and commission crossing state lines, it intensifies the crime.
Is currently facing charges, 2 child molestation charges in Rhode Island. And here we have taken him down after he developed a relationship with a young girl, a minor, online. They met through the gaming app Fortnite. This is what the icon looks like if you're looking at a cell phone. Fortnite, the gaming application. From there, they moved to Snapchat. That's what the icon looks like if you're looking at a cell phone. We see this time and again. They moved to Snapchat because images and text communications can be erased rather quickly. It's a way to avoid law enforcement. This time it didn't work. We've got thousands and thousands of files associated with this criminal deviance Snapchat account.
My God.
Hundreds and hundreds of images of child sex abuse content, including many.
Now we're up to speed on that. Now it gets worse. When you want to talk about Florida being a free state, let me explain to you. You see that, okay? And I know you've seen it in my shorts. I've driven around Southwest Florida, and I've shown you these are in every single residential fucking neighborhood. Even if you can't see them, they've got them off in the bushes. Oh, you're not even fucking looking in that direction. You're looking at my goddamn nose. They've got them in bushes. They've got them in trees. They've got them on light poles. They've got them in the middle of parking lots like this. The entire state of Florida is covered in these cameras. They're calling them license plate readers. Not only are they license plate readers, I exposed this to you months ago, almost a year ago. They have facial recognition software in them. So they can tell you where you are, who you are, what you are, when you are, anytime they want to in the state of Florida now. Not only that, if you walk up to the front of these cameras, you'll notice that there is a thermal optic lens on them as well. So not only can they see inside the windows of your home if they're pointing at your house and inside your car no matter what you're doing. It's crazy. Yeah, no, Florida is the only state in the United States, they just announced it, that has thermal. We have the very first fully AI automated thermal optic camera on our first official full-time duty police car that can see through your fucking house, that's going to be on the road 13 hours out of the day. Every single fucking house it drives past, the thermal optic camera has an x-ray view that can see all the way through your fucking house and everything you're doing in your house anytime it wants to. So, yeah, that would be called a surveillance state, buddy. Holy fuck. It's not on a specialized vehicle for SWAT, for special operations. It's on an everyday full-time duty uniformed deputies patrol car. It's the very first one in the entire United States. They announced it on the news, a month ago? So they can see through your house with those. They have these pointing at your houses. Every single shopping center and store in the entire state of Florida now has these in their fucking parking lots. They're in your residential neighborhood. They're going to tell you.
Plate reader, which consists of a camera and a solar panel, is located outside of this residential neighborhood here in Lake County. Now, the tag number of every vehicle entering this neighborhood, like this one here,
not just your tag number, like I just told you,
recorded and stored in an electronic database. Now, this sign here alerts motorists that the license plate reader is in use. But in most places, the locations of license plate readers are not publicized. That's why some privacy advocates have begun using public records and crowdsourced reports to create maps pinpointing where the devices have been deployed.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get on that map. I can.
Which the creators say is
I can put 200 locations on there right now.
Florida is blanketed with thousands of license plate readers.
I think we need to pause and slow down because a lot of this is being adopted very quickly.
Ed Vogel helps run the mapping website DFlock. It reveals that much of Central Florida is covered by license plate readers.
Come to Southwest Florida.
Along with me. As we leave this neighborhood that has the license plate reader out front, we'll hop on the main road and then head to this bank where there's another one nearby. We'll then pull into the parking lot of this medical facility where our tag number could have been recorded. Our next stop, the drive-through of this fast food joint near yet another license plate reader. After a quick lunch, we'll drive to this home improvement store.
With yet another one.
The parking lot here is covered by multiple.
I'm the first one to expose this story in the state of Florida.
Weeks or months from now, law enforcement has the ability to go back and roughly retrace the journey we just took using AI.
Yep.
But once you really understand their full capabilities, and how much data they're collecting, who has access to that data, I think it raises a lot of concerns.
Vogel believes the public should have more input.
So this is a private company that owns these cameras, since they're not going to fucking tell you. The state of Florida does not own these cameras. It's not the state of Florida that's installing these cameras. It's a completely private company that's getting access to everything. Who do you think owns this company in the long run? Blackstone. Blackstone. I've been exposing this for close to a year now. They started putting the first ones of these up in my town in Southwest Florida and in Tallahassee, Florida. And I showed you both of them. They've got better pictures of these up here. So do you see this little thing right here? If you pop that off, there's another camera inside here as well. Okay. So camera, another camera on this side, and then there's a camera down lower. So this one pole has a ton of fucking cameras on it. This one has just a little bit different type of camera, as you can see. Okay, these are all different types of cameras, but they all have the same logo. They're all by the same fucking company in the entire state of Florida. Just like this, you think you're getting Hyperfiber? It's actually T-Mobile, which is actually Loomis, which is actually a Mexican company that has nothing to do with America whatsoever. Okay, so the majority of people working on the side of the road on this stuff right now, which they knocked out most of the internet in my community, by the way, because if you don't know, all of your Wi-Fi is going to be obsolete and not work right in the next 6 months, because the whole Wi-Fi network is upgrading to what's called the G75 network, which is like T5 broadband if you have wired internet, if you know anything about internet. So just like when your cell phone service went from 4G to 5G, it slowed your cell phone service down. The same thing's fixing to happen in the entire state of Florida. They just announced that if you want to have Wi-Fi where you can download things, run your games, and work right, you're now going to have to pay extra money to hook up to this fucking company and fucking take on their shit, who, by the way, is having tons of crashes and outages all over the state of Florida because they're just in their trial phase. So this is supposed to be the quantum fiber that they're installing right now. And the majority of people don't want it. So here's the problem with this situation. We're running out of water in Florida. They're fracking all of the water out of our ground to put all of these lines in. They're literally on the sides of all of our fucking streets for the past 3-4 years now, doing nothing but fracking water out of our fucking ground, which is what? Connected right to our aquifers in the state of Florida. So we've got massive multi-corporations moving here because all the blue cities are collapsing. Now Facebook wants to move here and frack out 14,000 acres of our wetlands. Now Amazon wants to move here and track out 200,000 acres of our wetlands. Florida's not going to survive. If Ron DeSantis lets these corporations move here, he has single-handedly, literally killed the state of Florida. And I don't mean economically, I mean literally killed the state of Florida. We've never had water levels where they're at right now in the state of Florida, ever. Never once in the history of Florida, okay? We're overpopulated just in my town. Just in my town, we're overpopulated by 78,000 people. The state just came in last week in Punta Gorda, Florida, 2 minutes down the road, and stated they're about to take over the county of Punta Gorda's water department because they're almost out of water. You're about to be getting water rations in Florida, guys. Wake the fuck up. I'm going to post it up here again. This is what every city in Florida right now has on the side of their roads. Pay attention. Pay fucking attention, please. These signs are on the sides of your roads as of our water was off for 2 days in my neighborhood this week. 2 fucking days. So here you go. Notice this area is under precautionary boil water notice until further notification, and more information and updates will come. They shut it down on 2/9/26. It was down until about 2:10 late in the evening. And they let us know you cannot drink your water unless you boil it. You will get sick. So that's fucking wonderful. That's exactly how you want to fucking wake up in the morning, knowing that you got to boil your water before you have a drink of water in the fucking morning. You know, like we live in fucking Africa or Haiti or somewhere. So that's a fact of the matter of what's happening in Florida. But everybody's like, oh, Florida's fucking awesome. They come down here. People like Tim Pool move down here and all these influencers. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. They live up in a penthouse in fucking Miami and shit like that. Fucking, they're not actually getting out here on the streets of Florida and researching this shit like I am and like other people are. If you go on Facebook, though, you'll find this stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? When you go on these local Facebook groups for Florida, you'll find this information everywhere in the state of Florida. Everybody's talking about this down here that's local. It's just the people that we're so bombarded by people from up north. Anything's great compared to where they came from. You know what I mean? Anything's great compared to where they came from. Anything that's not communist.
And placement of these devices.
Probably over 100, 110 miles per hour now.
Local law enforcement has used the technology to track down stolen cars, catch criminals, and rescue missing children.
No, you're okay?
When 13-year-old Madeline...
And don't worry. They also used them during COVID to track down preachers in places like Tampa, Miami, and Orlando. They also used them during the January 6th debacle to track down all the that's how they caught all you in Florida, by the way, was with these cameras right here. Every time there was a debacle under the Biden administration and the FBI came after us, these cameras are part of the way they tracked us down, and Facebook helped them do that, and so did X, Twitter. So keep that in mind. Ring doorbells. Remember, they signed contracts with the FBI during 2020 and tracked down patriots with Ring doorbells. Don't forget about that one, too. So...
and Soto vanished in Kissimmee, authorities used license plate readers to track the past movements of her convicted killer and ultimately find her body.
Most law enforcement agencies are reluctant to talk about the specific location of license plate readers. One local police department tells me the technology is not used to monitor law-abiding citizens.
I literally have videos of them telling me they found me as a law-abiding citizen just based off of a social media post during 2022. You know what I mean? When the FBI came to see me, they found me by pinging my location through AT&T, which is why I no longer have AT&T. I was part of that big data dump situation. I got all the paperwork in. I did a whole live on it. And Facebook and license plate readers. That's how they found me at my customer's fucking house. They showed up at my customer's house while I was working to question me about January 6th and starting a civil war in America. Fucking motherfuckers. Oh, guys, it's just getting... I mean, if you can't call this war, what can you call this? You know what I mean? Ilhan Omar came out again today and doubled down that Trump needs to be executed because he's fucking investigating Somali fraud. Oh, look at that. I'm in Look at that. I'm in the front of the algorithm of the fucking shorts feed. I just posted that about 15, 12. I posted that when I went live, so 35 minutes ago. I'm in the front of the shorts feed. Go me. What is up, the Zucker Patriot Store family? So, tonight for dinner, it is sausage, onions, with a few peppers in it. There's fucking jalapenos. Closed captions on my videos? And what is this? And black beans. What is this? So that's what we'll be getting into. Why is this on here? Why is this attached to my fucking channel? All of this, and then we'll go live tonight. I hope you're blessed. I hope everybody's safe out here. Be well. Huh. What is up, Berserker Patriots? Someone tell me why the fuck that shit's attached to my shorts. Is that supposed to be an advertisement thing? Oh, yeah, did you guys see the fucking, the testimony from the Clintons today? Holy fuck, dude. That shit was crazy. So, we're doing a short live tonight, guys. We're about to bust off of here.
Vic, taking advantage of those girls.
Well,
and was the government
we'll go in a minute.
Those are the three questions, and I hope we'll be able to get as much information as possible. States back according to what we heard today from the victims as far back as 96. So, you know, we're having, let's hope that there's still documents around. I've always had a huge distrust of.
I want you to keep in mind, out of all the people that are in these files, the FBI videos were released today, unredacted, of Donald Trump. He's the only one in 2000. He's the reason Jeffrey Epstein got arrested. Now we all know that. Because in 2000, he called the police and said, Jizzy Maxi Pad and fucking Jeffrey Epstein are evil and you need to do something about it. But like I'm going to keep exposing this part of it. When the police chief says, well, we've known about this for years and haven't been able to do anything about it. Wait a minute. Hold up. Something ain't fucking right here. We've known about this for years and we've just done nothing about it. Why is that not the biggest story out of all of this? That the police and the FBI knew exactly what was happening for fucking years and did nothing about it. And now we're finding out that's because a lot of them were involved. Okay, it's fucking insane. So, in case you don't know, the list has come out today. The list is out. We have the co-conspirators. We have the fucking people that were on Epstein's island now. So the list is out. You gotta release this shit because it's released now. It's released. There are thousands of people's names in here. Don't act like there's no information in these Epstein files. There are thousands. You just don't like the names that are in them, and you don't like the way Donald Trump is in them. He's not in them the way you leftists thought he was going to be. And it turns out all the people making implications against Donald Trump in the files are the FBI agents doing the investigation, not the actual victims or the people a part of the case. So that really sucked for you guys, didn't it? That was a massive backfire for you motherfuckers.
The FBI and the Department of Justice under various administrations, and I've always had a theory that sometimes documents don't survive from one administration to the other. We're going to do everything we can to get that information, and I think this resolution's a step in the right direction. I think I don't think the other thing's needed.
I thank the lady for yielding.
Thank you. But just to reiterate, I just hope that the Democrats will stop the grandstand.
Every single person that's in these hearings should have a lie detector test hooked up to them as well. Every single one of them, all of them. I don't understand why they wouldn't.
And really, work on the bipartisan oversight committee. And
do you really think anybody's going to tell the truth? I think it's understand. Oh yeah, I was in there, fucking little kids, and doing this and that. No,
that this is somehow bad. But focus on it and make sure. I'm asking the Democrats, make sure that it's bipartisan. Make sure that you're doing what needs to be done, the disclosure's done, the investigation is done. Because this isn't something that should be about political. This This is about something that we should investigate. And so with that, I just hope that they would come with us and help with the Oversight Committee investigation.
Thank you.
With that, I yield back.
Thank you.
Mr. Hanlon, you're recognized.
And I would yield to Mr. McGovern for a minute.
I'm sorry there's so much confusion on the Republican side of the aisle. I don't understand why we're just not all demanding that the administration release all the files. And we could do that.
That's clear that you don't understand how these files can literally destroy the American economy and the world economy. It's clear that you don't understand that.
About all that's going on here, because I've been on this committee.
Let's make this very clear. They were not pushing to have the files released until Elon Musk and other people came out and said that Donald Trump was in the files. And now they're finding out that Trump isn't in the files the way they wanted to, so they want more stuff. They got a grandstand, they got to gaslight and project. We want more. We're finding all these Democrats. No, we need all the Republicans that are in the files. Well, guess what, motherfucker? There are Republicans in the files, just not the ones you want.
All year with all of you, and I have watched as we have weaved and dodged and avoided bringing anything to the floor dealing with this. And I've also, we began our August recess early because none of you wanted to take a vote and hold this administration accountable, and you ran out of town. So again, and when I do something bipartisan, maybe we all can join on the bipartisan appeal to this administration to find out why Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to a cushy.
Because she got a deal, because she made a lot of fucking concessions. Happens all the time. There's nothing new about this happening, by the way. This happens all the time. You put in a request to be moved to a different prison. She's in federal prison. Federal prison isn't state prison. You get an Xbox in your room, in your cell, you get TV, you get fucking real food. Again, federal prison is different. There's all kinds of federal guidelines they have to go by. It doesn't matter what your filling state. There are massive federal guidelines. If you treat a federal prisoner wrong, 24 hours a day, a federal prison has access to a phone, and they have a number that they can call and report the federal prison to this phone number and say these federal officers are treating me improperly, and this organization will step in. And they tell you about this when you go to federal prison. That's why. They have the PREA law, which is the Prisoner Rape Act. She can scream PREA on somebody, say they tried to sexually assault her. Boom. She just legally got herself moved to another prison. That's why. It's literally that fucking easy. Federal prison's cushy as fuck, bro. You want to send these people to state prison, not federal prison. State prison's where you get raped up and fucked up. Federal prison's white-collar crimes. Rich people. Dudes in there. People go to federal prison and come out and learn how to be a fucking billionaire, bro. That's what federal prison is. That's why. But clearly they don't understand the law and they don't understand how things work. That's fact. There's nothing you can tell me about prison, motherfucker.
We've lived through the last several weeks as Republicans have tried to avoid dealing with this issue. And so I hope
I beat 105 fucking federal charges.
Bipartisan cooperation on the Oversight Committee, and I want that investigation to move forward. But for the life of me, I do not understand why the administration, after promising to release all the files, has chosen not to. So that's what I'm confused about. I thank the gentlelady for yielding.
Thank you. Mr. Comer, I think in your introduction, just for folks who are trying to play catch up here, because there's a lot of details and a lot of names being thrown around, you said that one of the issues here is that the U.S. attorney who initially handled Mr. Epstein's case gave him a sweetheart deal. That's right, isn't it?
Was the initial
mistreatment through the Department of Justice Office of the Inspector General Hotline. You can file complaints via phone, website, or email, using in-house systems to report any violations. For legal advice, consult a professional.
Can prisoners get themselves moved by invoking the PREA laws. Not pre-laws. Can prisoners, inmates, get themselves moved by invoking PREA laws?
Yes, inmates can request a transfer or change in housing by reporting sexual abuse or harassment under PREA, which requires facilities to take steps to ensure their safety. This
You
may involve
stupid
protective
fucking
custody
retard.
or
This shows how retarded these people are and that they don't know anything. Literally don't know anything about anything. No, they have to move them immediately. It's permanent once they do. Once you report an officer has committed a PREA violation against you, they put a restraining order against that officer. A PREA violation is an automatic. They have to move you. There's no one. They do the investigation after the fact, and if they find it not guilty, you're already gone. You're already moved. They're not going to put you back around that officer because then you can just file another PREA report on them. That goes on their personal fucking report on their personal record. They don't want that to happen. They have, when you go to prison, they have a special counselor. It's a 5-day process before you're actually in prison. They put you through school. You have to take an IQ test. You have to take medical tests, all kinds of shit. And then they have counselors come in and talk to you for 2 days straight in 8-hour classes, both fucking days, to tell you exactly how to report officer misconduct and use PREA laws to get yourself out of situations. That's literally, and that just changed back in 2015, 2012, the PREA laws went into effect. They didn't have that before that. They had what was called protective custody, where you could be a punk and put yourself in protective custody, but you better stay there for your entire stay, because once you get out of fucking protective custody, people are going to know you were a punk and there was a reason you were in fucking protective custody. So that's just the fact of the matter.
U.S. Attorney was who?
Well,
I love being able to fact check you in real time.
Costa, right?
I don't know if he was the initial, but he was one of them. Yeah, he gave him,
So he was the U.S. attorney appointed by George Bush in
One of
Florida,
them,
whatever
yes.
district, and he's the one that gave the deal to Epstein, where he served a couple months, but basically got out on release every day, despite all the horrific crimes that we now know occurred. Okay, and in his later career, he became Secretary of Labor in the first Trump administration, right? And he had to leave after reporting disclosed this sweetheart deal. Is that right?
I don't know what caused him to leave, but
it was about that time.
Okay.
So, Mr. Garcia, I know we've heard that you've received some materials. Are there redactions in those materials?
There are appropriate redactions. We'll be able to review the full materials. There'll be some opportunity to review the materials without some redactions from the committee staff and committee members that don't put any of the victims in harm's way. But there are some, again, the reality about the materials, though, is there's nothing really with a small amount, a couple thousand pages of new information. I mean, all the information was first given to right-wing influencers back in February, and it has been released to the public, whether it's been through the media or other ways. And so we can get the full files today. We know the DOJ has them. They're not answering our questions. We're asking, when are we getting the rest?
So for $120, they can buy a tablet that has movies, books, and video games and all kinds of shit on it. For $120 cost of the tablet, and then require payment for content such as 35 cents for emails and up to $46 for music albums. That's what I think about that.
The files, we get no response. And to clarify one thing, Ms. Gallen, I think it was said earlier by another member of the committee that we're somehow opposing this resolution.
I put this on because I thought we were going to be watching the Clintons, but it's still live. And I don't know if they've already talked to the Clintons or if the Clintons are going to be coming on. Can we rewind it? Maybe it's not live. Okay, we can rewind it. So we watched up to here. Wait, was that Bill? Oh, no. It's not Bill, but I mean, close enough. No, I don't see Bill or Hillary in any of this shit, guys. So the title, see, that's crazy because my videos get pulled down when I put a title in them, that has nothing to do with the actual fucking video whatsoever. Like, they literally pull my videos down.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday, Congressman Massey and I went to the department.
We went through this earlier today.
We saw the great lengths.
So we might be going to war with Iran, by the way. Or it won't really be war. It'll be Trump war where we overthrow the regime, which needs to be done
will go to
in the middle of the night.
To abuse power in order to silence and intimidate anyone who disagrees with them.
Why isn't he in prison?
Alarm.
This is treason. God, I hope I'm the general of the army that gets to go after that motherfucker right there. You look like a giant penis, bro.
Let's call it for what it is. The president is using our justice system to weaponize against his perceived
Wait a minute.
enemies.
Wait a minute.
But the real question.
Wait a minute. You literally forced social media to track people like me down for speaking at school board meetings and with the FBI, and you are the only administration that's ever weaponized the FBI the way you did Democrats. And how is he weaponizing it? Because he's investigating you for committing crimes. That's weaponizing the DOJ for doing the exact same thing you do to every political opponent you have. You have sitting representatives going on TV saying that the president needs to be executed. God, I hope we get military tribunals, and I hope all of you get capital punishment. Every single one of you Democrats. I don't care if that puts a stain on my soul for saying that. I don't give a fuck. All I know is you people are the most evil of evil that there is, and we can't coexist with you. You're just our enemy at this point. We don't want to try to debate with you anymore. We don't want to try to coexist with you anymore. We want to fucking fight you, man. So let's just do this. Grow some fucking balls left. Grow some fucking balls and really do this shit if you're going to do it. Otherwise, sit the fuck down and just shut the fuck up like the pussies you are. The moment we get out, kids are literally beating you up in the street. A 51-year-old man literally slept 6 of you in fucking one setting, bro. 6 of you that were in your 20s. That's how weak you are. Every time you attack a blonde girl that's maybe 98 pounds soaking wet in New York beat the fuck out of like 12 of you, dude. A little fucking skinny blonde MAGA chick beat the fuck out of you. And you want war with us? That's a bad idea. But it's too late. You do understand. This is it, right? There's no way back from this. There's no way back. Okay, we gave you the option for 10 years to turn from your ways. We gave you the option. Oh, you're a fascist. Cool, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You won't be here. Your opinion doesn't matter. Do you understand? Your opinion doesn't matter to me at all. I don't see you as a human being. I see you as a demon. What happens to you doesn't matter to me anymore. For 10 years, it mattered to me. For 10 years, I tried to debate with you. I let you shoot me. You caught my shit on fire. You stole my bank accounts. You hacked my shit. You found my customers. You tracked down my loved ones. And I smiled and tolerated it. And I grinned and I bent over and I fucking bared it the whole time. I'm done. I have no mercy for you people. I have no tolerance for you people anymore. None. You saw I didn't even make it 100 feet out of my yard today, and a fucking Haitian fucking physically accosted me over my fucking Trump shirt. Crazy, man. Crazy. You know? Crazy. It is what it is at this point. It's 8:05 at night. I ate all that food earlier, but I'm fucking hungry again, so I'm going to have a big bowl of maple and brown sugar oatmeal. And we're going to start doing movie night, by the way. I have just purchased copyright for 3 or 4 different movies. The podcast launches this week. All my stores are launched right now, attached to all of my social media. It's been a good week. I got a bunch of sales lined up for tomorrow for custom Patriot shirts that I'm dropping off to a customer that's driving down from Tampa. Fucking very, very fucking happy about that. So I didn't buy a bag of candy tonight. I know people are used to seeing me eat candy on the screen, but I invested a bunch more of my money into getting this stuff going well. The e-commerce just isn't where it's at though, man. They pay you the same way social media does. You're running a business on their internet and they hold your money for 30 days. You don't get paid out when the product gets paid for. I had 26 orders my first day. That was $412 worth of fucking shipping fees. You know what I mean? It's $18 per shirt to ship that shit out, bro. Everybody's like, your shirts are expensive. Like, no, I pay your fucking shipping cost. You know what I mean? Fucking the shipping costs more than the fucking shirt does. I don't add a shipping cost in on any of my stuff. So I even have a good return policy. You got 30 days. You know what I mean? As long as it's in the same packaging, and I take a picture and email it to you as I'm putting your product in the box every time, so you can see what it looked like when it went in the box. So if it comes to you damaged, I have an insurance policy through USPS. They'll pay for the damaged shirt that they caused. So that's a added plus for you guys. Also, we have a giveaway coming up because things are starting to pick back up again. I'm hoping to have a physical location open back up, and when I do, we won't be doing any more business. This will be it. We'll be shutting everything else down, so I won't be doing any more side work. We'll be focusing on this all the time. We'll be doing our fitness channel during the day again, in the mornings, early morning, and then in the evenings we'll be doing stuff like this. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mike Dunn. Why do I know that name? Do I know you? Do we know each other in real life? But it is what it is. I tried to go as live as much as I could today because this is the last day of payout for YouTube of the month. So I was on here as much as I could be today while I was busy doing other things. I also had to make up 22 shirts today for sales. So yeah, so we got this lady that's making these shirts. It's American-made material, double stitched, as you can see, all the way through. She put the fancy stitching on the inside. The shirts won't stretch. They are triple stitched in the collar. And she's going to start, she doesn't have a tag machine yet, but she's going to start putting Berserker Patriot tags inside the shirts for me. So my biggest seller right now is the Rest in Peace Charlie Kirk. This one here, this whole shirt, everybody ends up wanting this shirt the same way I have it for mine. It didn't dawn on me that the Rest in Peace Charlie Kirk went so well with the Trump on the War Pig, but everyone loves this one. Well, clearly they do, because, I mean, I've gotten fucking hundreds of orders in the past few days. So, I mean, clearly people do care about my shirts. You know, it's funny because I only have like 76 followers on Facebook, and I just got put in the Facebook Hall of Fame for getting the most clips and fucking shares on my shit. But I don't have any followers, and nobody look at me. Hey, guys, like I said, please, if you're going to clip and share my shit, just give me a like, just give me a like and a follow for it. You know what I mean? If you're going to get the fucking, credit for my video, just give me a like and a follow. Berserker Patriot 1776 on Rumble. I'd like to get off of YouTube altogether. You can do or say whatever you want on Rumble. I'm starting to put the majority of my lives in members only. And yeah, we're getting it going, guys. Thank you. I mean, I got over 300 followers this month just from lives. I don't get any other followers from any other video, just from my lives, going live an hour a day. I got another 300 followers. We're this close to 6,000. And, you know, I said we'd be up to 6,000 by March. Well, we're already there. So I love you guys. Be safe. I'm thinking this time next year, we'll be back up to 20, 30,000 followers, and we'll keep going from there if it doesn't move faster, because we do have the podcast on Amazon that's launching this week. We have now been included in the Amazon influencer app, so we can also go live on Amazon now. So we're going to be doing Amazon. We're going to be doing a Shopify podcast, and we're about to launch we just got included in the partner program for the YouTube podcast. And there's another big thing that they're doing with YouTube right now that you can do other stuff with. So yeah, mate, let's make Rumble great, man, because it's not great right now. It's really hard to get in the algorithm on Rumble. I was like one of the fourth people ever on Rumble, but I never used it that much because it was so difficult to upload stuff. But they've got all that kind of fixed now. But they're not a part of the Google algorithm. You can't You know what I mean? Like they are, but they're not. It's not like YouTube. They don't have the same type of terms and conditions as YouTube does. You can say whatever you want. You're not going to get banned on fucking, well, I mean, you can't go say you want to like murder people and shit like that, but you don't get censored on Rumble. And you have more options now. Rumble has its own cable network now. Rumble's got its own phone network. Rumble's teaming up with the biggest fucking mashups in the world right now. Every right-leaning social media personality, by the way, they're switching over to Rumble. That's why you're not finding them on YouTube. All of the right-leaning, Rumble's just going to be left here, or YouTube's just going to be the left here soon. YouTube's going to be blue sky because everybody's switching over to Rumble. Like it's a massive difference of how many followers like Tim Pool and Steven Crowder and people have on Rumble compared to YouTube now. So even Salty Cracker doesn't stream on YouTube anymore. So a lot of people are switching over. Or you can check out FiveMind.com from the creator of Liberal Hive Mind on YouTube. He has his own social media app called FiveMind.com. Let's fight the fucking culture, guys. As soon as the store gets launched, I can build an actual app just like Facebook or X. It costs $40,000 to start it off, and I can get 10 million fucking people to subscribe to that. We're going to start an app, a social media app, just like other people are doing. We're going to fucking take over the culture of America, guys. We're just going to move fucking YouTube right aside because they're not doing what people want. They don't pay right. They don't put you in the algorithm if they're not politically fucking with you. So we got to get the Rumble algorithm running good. Check out Rumble, guys. Rumble.com. Go download the Rumble app. They've got Rumble and Rumble Studio. Just like YouTube has YouTube Studio, you got Rumble. You got all the same stuff. And when you go on the laptop to Rumble, it is an actual computer server instead of a mobile server like X and fucking YouTube are. So it's better to go live on your computer like a lot of people like to do. And you can go live on Rumble without a bunch of followers. You can go live day one. Like, you ain't got to have all that bullshit. You can get monetized day one on Rumble, and you can get paid out the moment you don't have to get the $100 threshold just like YouTube. So even getting paid on Rumble, you can literally get advertisers day one. They already have a set list of advertisers. You can get paid 5 cents per ad read for every single view you get on that ad on your live. Think about that, influencers. On Rumble, you get paid. They give you a set. You don't have to wait for people to come ask you to advertise with them. They've got a list of like 1,000 fucking advertisers, and you can show you how much you get paid. So if you read off for Bearskin, it's like 60 cents per view up to $10,000. You guys with millions of followers can be making bank on fucking Rumble right now. Nobody's explaining that part to you. That should get everybody over there. You know what I mean? Yeah, my Rumble has 33 followers. You're right. I literally just said I'm trying to build my Rumble page. But you're not going to my Berserker Patriot store Rumble. You're going to Berserker Patriot 1776, right? Yeah, that's the one you're going to. You're not going to my original Rumble page. That is the one that I use the most. Are you? No. You're not going to one of my 4 Rumble pages that I have. Are you? Or one of my 5 Instagram pages that I have, or one of my 7 Facebook feeds that I have, or one of my 6 fucking YouTube channels that I have right now. You're not going to any of those, right? Just this one and to my Rumble 1776 that I advertise on here. There's a reason I don't advertise all of my social media on this one fucking app, because you people do stupid shit. You know what I mean? Have a blessed day. You gotta understand, I go live on 12 different platforms throughout the day. I don't just go live on YouTube. YouTube is the least money-making app that I have. Everything else pays better than YouTube. Everything else pays better than YouTube. Be blessed.